Welcome into the show. Thank you so much for being with us. Today is a rehash episode. We are going to use all the ingredients we used in our previous episode and turn them into something new and delicious. Man, we're going to make a slider out of that ribeye. We are going to make we're gonna add the green beans right to it. We're gonna make a special sauce to go with it. Some twice baked potatoes. It is gonna be delicious. I hope you guys will enjoy these recipes. Y'all stick around. We're gonna do some cool stuff. Let's go to the kitchen and get to work. This is about the dish. Excited to have you guys in the Chef Brooks kitchen today. We're gonna do a really simple chicken pasta dish. Nice and super simple beauty right there. That's made with so much love. Welcome into the show. Thank you so much for being with us today. So you remember yesterday we had beautiful prime rib. Man, it was so delicious. Really done well. I thought it was a great temperature. The green beans we had salad, we had mashed potatoes. Well, what are we gonna do with all that that's left over? You know, my mom was really good about leaving it to sit on the table till it was cool so she could put it all away and we'd rehash for the next day. Well, I'm gonna show you how to rehash all of the stuff that we had yesterday with just a few little extras that we're gonna do. And the first one that we're gonna do is some twice baked potatoes. We're gonna use those same mashed potatoes we had and make the little potatoes. These guys were in with the potatoes that I peeled to make the mashers with the Boursin cheese. Beautiful flavor. And so I went ahead and cooked these right in the oven. Man, just tossed them in until they were baked. And I'm gonna take my paring knife and just cut out a round out of the skin and into the flesh of the potato. Just like that, so I can see the inside. Wherever you wanna leave it, where it's flat, but just get them all where you can get to them, because we're gonna use that spoon there to scoop out some more of the tater and refill them. A twice bake means that you bake it once, take all the stuff out of the inside, mix it together with some other things, and you rebake it. And that's the twice bake. So you gotta get all of this stuff out of the inside. Now, we're really not gonna use this filling. You typically would use this same filling. If you're making a big twice baker, you'll use all this filling here. And you can use it for something else, but we already have our mashers done, and we may just add this to those just to beef it up. But you just want to hollow them out about like that, and that's just about scooping out the inside. 1 or 2 moves should do it, just like that. You just want to work quickly. Hey, you can put the kids to work helping out with this. This is always fun. Have the young ones there to help with the prep. They got to learn to feed themselves one day. So we'll just scoop all this out. Once we get all of it out, we're going to take our pastry bag and just fill it and pipe them back in. So we'll just take the last little bit out, and I'm gonna use the pastry bag, and I have a tip in there, and we're gonna just fill that guy with those potatoes that we have left over. Just grab a spoon, and we're baking it again, so these being cold is okay. They may just be a little bit hard, depending on how loose you made them, will determine how easy they squeeze out of the bag. But my tip to you is to just twist the bag's end, just like that. So you've got a really good tight bag to work from, and you can squeeze from the back. And so we'll just start piping. And you see how the tip makes a cool impression in the potatoes. And you just want to pipe that in, just like that. And this works pretty good. What I'll do is push them down, twist my bag, just to get that last little bit out of there. Now we've got the oven set at 400, and these are ready to go. Just squeeze as much as you can, get them nice and filled. We're gonna put them right into this skillet, and actually we're gonna take a little pan spray, put it in that skillet, and put these into the oven until they're good and hot. Okay, we'll get these in the oven. You guys, when we come back, we're gonna work on our sandwich. We're gonna use the rolls we had and that ribeye. Y'all stick around, we'll be right back. I'm gonna go ahead and get these right in the oven. So when I was making the menu for the episode, I was trying to be thoughtful with what I was gonna do for the rehash episode. Man, you always gotta think about it. You're gonna have leftovers this time of year. And so the small potatoes, I saved those out of the batch so that I could reuse them as a twice bake.
Frosty morning, clear blue skies, friends and family by my side. It's what I need, these memories. And I like me when I'm with you, sharing the moments we do. Life's so much better with our friends. These special times should never end. The shared moments that you bring.
Welcome to the Diamond Center. We have been your community jeweler now for 47 years. At the Diamond Center, we always strive for excellent customer service and a personal touch with every guest that comes in the door. Our team is here to walk you through any process from new purchases to our in-house jewelry repair. We have everything to offer in fine jewelry from the classics, top designers, and complete custom design. All backed by our free lifetime warranty. We are proud to be serving Northwest Arkansas and the Fort Smith River Valley. Both locations feature front row parking. The Diamond Center, celebrating a legacy of love. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from the Diamond Center.
At Chef Brooks Catering, we take pride in our food and our service. Whether your event is large or small, in-home or on location, our team of culinary pros is ready to make your event beautiful and delicious. We do all things culinary. Give us a call or find us online at chefbrookscatering.com. What a cool way to take some leftover ingredients and make it into something different. Man, I'm excited about the twice baker. It's gonna be really, really delicious. And it is something that you can do for your family anytime you'd like. That's one of those fancy dishes that I first started doing back in the day at the gourmet grocery store. It was something that people loved. We sold quite a bit of those as well. So it's really a good dish. And what we're doing, we're gonna take that prime rib that we had left over and make a slider. We had some beautiful rolls that we kept after we ate, and we made sure we had some of those left over with the green beans, and it's gonna be really cool. But we're gonna make a sauce that's basically based on the sauce we did on the show before. So it's that same Cajun remoulade sauce. Again, the recipe will be available for you. Check it out, chefbrooks.com, chefbrookstv.com. That is the remoulade sauce. This is barbecue sauce. Right in our mixing bowl. We're gonna combine them together. And this sauce has some good little spice to it, and so does the remoulade sauce. we're gonna give it some savory and add some grain mustard, about a tablespoon of grain mustard. We're also going to give it a little sweet because of the heat. We're gonna add some honey and about a tablespoon. Make sure your honey is nice and warm, and you can use your hands to get it moving. You'd be surprised at what 98 degrees can do to a honey, but we want about a tablespoon squeezed into our mix. And the last thing we want to do is add horseradish to this. We added the horseradish before. It's going right back in there. And again, it's about a tablespoon as well. About a cup of the remoulade sauce, about a cup of barbecue. And we want to blend this up really good. The honey will bind itself, and so you got to make sure that you blend that up. I like to go back and forth until it's nice and got a little froth to it. But that is going to be really good with our prime rib. Look at that, it's beautiful. So this is the simple man way of making a vinaigrette. And it's the basics too. So you have to have a vinegar, you have to have a binder, which is the honey and the mustard. And man, you can use whatever you'd like. If you want to make raspberry, you want to make balsamic, you want to do any of those, this is the basic way to do it. And we'll start cutting up some of those rolls. These are going to be for our sliders. Just a beautiful little dinner roll. And we'll always use a bread knife when it comes to doing bread or rolls, anything we're doing. We're going to always use a serrated knife so that we don't squish our product. And we just want to split these. We'll do 6. And these are just a yeast roll, a little salt, a little sugar. Gotta add the salt to it. Gotta add the sugar too. You can make them as sweet as you'd like. They just take a little bit of time. Okay? And they're really good. Beautiful, soft rolls. I think your family will like these. The recipe's good. I'll put it up on the site for you as well. And now, we'll go ahead and grab our leftover prime rib, and we're gonna get started slicing it up. It's gonna take me a few minutes to get this bad boy sliced down thin, but we wanna just transfer it to a board, and we'll get rid of this guy right here. And this is gonna be really good. We're gonna slice this down real thin and get it ready to go on our sandwiches. When we come back, I'm gonna let you see me do that, and we'll build our sliders, man, use our sauce and go right on there. Y'all stay with me. We'll be back in just a bit.
Frosty morning, clear blue skies, friends and family by my side. It's what I need, these memories. And I like me when I'm with you, sharing the moments we do. Life's so much better with our friends. These special times should never end. The shared moments that you bring.
it's time to bring all of it together. We're gonna make our sliders. Man, we're gonna get our potatoes out of the oven. I'm sure they're ready and really good. And we're gonna add a nice salad to our plate, and you guys are gonna get ready to eat. So we need to get our ribeye sliced up. I'm gonna use gloves for this. I really like to keep my hands where they're not just a mess, where I gotta go and do a full wash. These work great, and you can pick these up at the big box store, wherever you'd like. The drugstore has them, shoot. But we're gonna just take the cap end of our ribeye where it, it got really nice and crusty on the outside, and we're gonna make thin slices, as thin as we can. If you need to, if it'll help you, you can take away that rib part right there, so you don't have to cut right through that, that crust part to make your thin slices. And the colder, the better with this, but we want to get just some thin slices so that we can make our sliders. And look, if you want to, you can separate the cap from the loin, which I'm going to do right here. It just makes it a little bit easier in the slicing. And our sandwiches are small too. It's just a dinner roll. I'm telling you, your family's gonna love this. It's gonna be the same food that they had the day before, and yet it's just redone, rethought. And if you're thoughtful about it, you can just create that dish as you're cooking your holiday meal. Okay, and then we'll take that cap. I really don't like a lot of that fat that's in there now, so I'll take that away and take this muscle, which is probably the most tender on the ribeye. We'll get it down to some thin slices. Just whatever you'd like, however you can get it there. Just be real cautious with your knife. Always make sure your knives are sharp, that you're not working with a dull knife. It'll cut you quicker than one that is super sharp, okay? And so we'll get rid of these. And what I'm gonna do, I'll take the spoon that I have right here. We'll start with our sandwiches, our bread, and I'm gonna go top and bottom with that sauce that we made. So I'll just take a spoon and give each piece of bread some sauce. Each piece of bread is gonna get a little bit of everything. And we gotta get our taters out. Make sure you watch your taters. They're in the oven, they're just small twice bakes, so it shouldn't take them more than 10, 12 minutes to get warmed up for you. We'll get on those here in just a moment. We want to give every one of these bad boys some of that sauce. It smells so good. I love the horseradish. That's going to be really good flavor. And again, it goes great with the ribeye. Smells so good. Tastes even better. I'm gonna re-glove right here. We're gonna start making our sliders right now. Those green beans that we had have the cranberries, the bacon, the feta. The cheese was really about the rehash. The thinking about putting cheese in the green beans was about what I'm making today. And so we'll add our green beans right to our base. So right on the bottom. It's got the feta, the cranberries, a little sweet, a little savory, a little crunch. And we'll make our sliders. Use the thin stuff best you can. You can put it on there however you'd like. And these are gonna be beautiful. Check that Oh my gosh, you guys, when we get back, we are gonna make a really cool dressing to go with our salad. Man, it's gonna be so delicious. You guys stick around, we'll be back in just a minute. I'm gonna keep making sliders. Those are good.
A-Valuations, providing accurate valuation of commercial properties in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. With over 20 years of experience in this region, we specialize in office, retail, warehouse, storage facilities, and subdivisions. Check out our website, www.avaluations.com.
At Chef Brooks Catering, we take pride in our food and our service. Whether your event is large or small, in-home or on location, our team of culinary pros is ready to make your event beautiful and delicious. We do all things culinary. Give us a call or find us online at chefbrookscatering.com. Having the rolls left over and that ribeye to make these sliders, man, it's a little bit something different, something you can do with those leftovers that's really cool. Hey, you can make turkey sliders if you have those leftovers anytime, but adding the green beans to it, man, that sauce just is delicious. All right, thank y'all so much, man. What a great time I've had. It's been really, really good. I'm gonna show you one last thing. We always intend to show you some cool stuff. I always want to make sure you guys learn something from the show. And we're going to do a balsamic vinaigrette dressing, homemade, really simple. This is the trick. That's a wet towel. If you're not using a blender for this, you want to use a wet towel, and that way you can put all your ingredients right in a metal bowl or whatever bowl you want to use, and that bad boy won't move on you because you need both hands to do the job here. So about a cup of balsamic vinegar. You use whatever you like, whatever is out there available for you. Man, doesn't matter to me. This is grain mustard. It has to have it. And we're going to use about a tablespoon of that. We're also going to add some sweet with honey. Again, about a tablespoon of honey. I'm going to season this with salt and pepper and garlic. I'm going to also add to this just about a quarter teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. Then it's on from there. The rest of the job is about adding the oil. The oil makes our emulsion, our vinaigrette into vinaigrette. And if you're using a whisk, you just want to get started blending those ingredients, and the oil goes in slowly. Now, if I'm using a blender, I'm looking for the noise to change. So the blender has a certain pitch. I mean, you know, the whole musician in me is coming out right now, but it has a pitch. It'll make a certain noise, and you're looking for that noise to go from really high pitch to just a low pitch. With this, what we're looking for is our whisk to have resistance against the ingredients. And the more oil you add, the thicker it gets. Because I'll tell you, you can over oil it and it will become so thick that you won't be able to get it out of the bowl without using a rubber spatula. Now, my trick to this, to know when it's ready, is the spin factor. And we'll talk about that with soup and all kinds of stuff. But it's about the spin factor. If I'm whisking and it has about a half a revolution or 1 revolution left, when I take the whisk out, it's ready to go. And so my vinaigrette is ready. I'm gonna take a nice little board here, and I'm gonna add my sandwiches to it for the fam. I'm gonna add my potatoes right to it so that the fam can get ready to eat. And what we're gonna do here, we're gonna grab a nice little bowl that we can put on the other end. We have that salad that we had left over. We'll add some of those ingredients right to it. Some of the onion, some of the cucumber, right to that. Put it right on our dish. Now we'll take our vinaigrette, grab one of the spoons, and just add some beautiful dressing right on top of that salad. And we have taken all the leftovers that we had and turned it into a beautiful, beautiful plate of food. Man, I hope you guys have a great, great day. Man, thank you so much for being here today. It's been a rehash. We have made some cool stuff. We made beautiful, beautiful sliders out of leftover rolls, leftover ribeye, and leftover green beans. Man, the cranberries and the feta, the bacon, all made it so good. We did really cool twice baked potatoes from the leftover mashed potatoes from our previous show. And man, I'm just so happy to make a beautiful vinaigrette for you, for your salad. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Man, we got a lot more cool stuff coming up for you. I hope you'll join us. Find, like us on all our social media platforms, and come back. We're gonna be right here. Have a great day. I'm Chef